Hey yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a brand new series called Tarkov Basics, where we go over basic things about Tarkov, tips and tricks that may help some newer players out with the game. The first introduction video is gonna be read the title, it's gonna be inventory management. This video is gonna go over all the tips and tricks and the meta, quote unquote, on how to keep a clean and stable and organized inventory and maximize your inventory space, especially if you are a standard edition pleb like me. Hopefully I can help you out with this video. And yeah, guys, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, guys, so the first thing you're gonna want to do when you're starting off in Tarkov is go to escapefromtarkov.com. Click on your profile, scroll down, and redeem that gift package that Battlestate Games gives everybody, regardless of your edition. That's going to give you a couple key items to help you with your inventory management. Alright, so the first main tip that I want to go over is weapon storage. This is one of the biggest tips that I could give you guys in terms of saving space in your inventory. It took me a long time to actually figure this out. I put a lot of hours into the game before I realized that you could even do this, and this is a lifesaver in terms of saving weapons. It's going to allow you to save a lot more, store a lot more weapons in your inventory with a lot less space. The proper way to store weapons is pretty easy, okay? So what you're gonna do, again, this works with every single weapon, no matter if it's a DMR, SMG, assault rifle, whatever it may be. This will work for any gun. You can either go to the modding screen, or you can just right click and inspect, which is I like to do. I think it saves a little bit of time. Take off the pistol grip, take out the mag, depending on the weapon size, but it shrinks it from a 2 by something to a 1 by something. So for the AK, for example, it goes from a 2 by 5 to a 1 by 5. This is the proper way to store weapons. Some of you may be like, wait a minute here. Whoa. I don't want to have to go in and buy a pistol grip and blah, 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 blah. I just want to be able to slide that bad boy right into my slot and get out into the raid. Perfectly fine. That's okay. I mean, it's whatever. It's okay. You can do that. You can store your magazines and your pistol grips inside of the rigs inside of your inventory. And just to show you that it works on the M4 as well, same thing. Yeah, and then you're gonna want to throw those things into your weapon container that you have inside of your backpack, and this way you can store a lot more weapons more efficiently, just like that. Boom. So that's pretty much the tip I have for you guys when it comes to storing weapons. Also, if you have weapon containers, I don't like to keep more than 2 weapon containers. I think it's unnecessary. If you have more weapons that you can store inside of 2 thick weapon containers, then you probably have too many weapons. You should sell them. You don't want to hoard items like that. You should sell them. I think 2 weapon containers is plenty. That way they're not just like, you're not just hoarding items. So what I like to do is to always have a scav backpack in my inventory. That way I can put both of my weapon containers inside that scav backpack, and then I can throw that backpack with both of my weapon containers inside all the other backpacks that I have, and bada bing bada boom, you got all your weapons stored inside your backpacks. That's a big fucking space saver right there, boys. Another thing that I actually learned recently that I really like to do, that saved me a lot of space. I used to keep my armor and my helmets inside of my inventory, just laying around loosey goosey, like just fucking all over the place. You don't want that. You don't want that. All right, clean it up. What I like to do to save space, I like to store all of my armor inside of my items case, just like this, and that is a huge space saver, because my armor and my helmets used to take up so much space in my inventory. I would have to sell a lot of my armor, and then I would die like maybe 2 or 3 raids in a row, and then I'm like out of armor because I have to sell it. And you never want to have to like buy more body armor because it's very expensive. If you're able to store it, that's obviously better. So use that items case that you get from the BSG Escape from Tarkov website, the Christmas gift that they give you. I would recommend using it for your armor and helmets. Another thing that you're going to want in your inventory is a Lucky Scav junk box. You're going to want to get your hands on that as soon as possible. As soon as possible. As you can see, it's completely filled almost. I use my Lucky Scav junk box for everything trade ups. Everything that I can use for a trade up, I throw in here. And there are some trade up items that you can't put in a Lucky Scav junk box, like I'll show you here in a second. Sugar is one of the items. These visors and the round glasses are also used for an armor trade up. You can't put them in there. So I just throw some, whatever, you know, all those items in my extra space, in my extra eye case. Okay, guys, so the next thing that you're going to want to focus on here is your money storage. So there's a couple different ways you can store your money. You can kind of throw it away. You can have some wallets that you find out of scav pockets. And when you're in raid, you can store them in your wallets, but that's not really efficient. A lot of people, once they level up their therapist all the way, you can trade up for a money case. You could also store your money in that as well, but that is not the way to go, boys. The most efficient way to store your money in this game right now is in Doc's bags, guys. They're small, they're compact in your inventory, and they offer more space. One money case, if I go to show you guys right now, one money case from therapist, if you go to trade up a money case from therapist, level 4, you know, you have to grind for it. You finally get level 4, you get a money case, you're excited, you have all this money you want to store, you buy it, you open it up, and you're disappointed because it's not as big as you thought it would be. That's what she said. Anyway, a money case right now is 2x6, or 2x3, which is 6 spaces, obviously. And it doesn't give you as much space as 2 documents bags would. And 2 docs bags are 2x2, so it's only 4 spaces. Docs bags are the most efficient way to store your money in the game. As you can see, they're pretty big. They're 2x2, and then when you open them up, they're 4x4, so 16 plus 16 is 32, right? And I'm pretty sure the money case is like 28 spaces or something. So go with docs bags. Get yourself at least 2 docs bags to store your money. I would go 4, just like I have right here. I never really fill them up. I'm not like a big money guy. You see people running around with like 20 million rubles and 100,000 USD. You don't need that much money. Obviously, if you're really good and you survive all the time, you sell your stuff, you're going to make more money. But it's unnecessary to have that much money unless you're trying to get for like something like a super rare item, like a key that's cost like 20 million rubles on the flea market. Like, you don't need that much money. As long as you have enough money to go out with as much gear as you want, then you're good to go. Docs bags, that's the way to go. Alright, boys, so we covered pretty much all the main inventory management tips in terms of your stash. There is a few extra things we can go over real quick. In terms of when you're in raid, there's also some inventory management that you can do. So when you redeem that holiday gift package from BSG, it gives you a dog tag container, which is really useful. So instead of like throwing dog tags into your backpack or your secure container when you kill people, you're going to want to take that dog tag container with you so you can throw that dog tag inside of the dog tag container and it doesn't take up any extra space. Look at all these dog tags in here, and it's really good because I see people ditching dog tags for other items because they may be more expensive and they don't have any space for the dog tag, which you really don't want to do because there's trade ups, especially ragman trade ups for armor and rigs that you can do with dog tags. So keeping your dog tags and all the kills that you get is really important. Another thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get your hands on a wallet. I find all of my wallets in scav pockets. Make sure you loot your scav pockets, guys. You need to be looting their pockets because they contain valuable keys, valuable items like wallets and whatnot. Definitely check your scav pockets. This is where I find all of my wallets. Take a wallet out with you. Throw it in your secure container. That way you can store euros, USD, and rubles all inside of one space. And it's a space saver, boys. So make sure you do that. Alright, we made it to the end of the video. I hope you guys learned something from this. Thank you guys all for watching. But before we go, let's go over a quick checklist. Make sure you guys remember and let's just go over everything that we talked about. So first off, weapon storage. You're gonna want to take the pistol grip, take the magazine out of your weapons before you store them inside of your backpacks or your weapon containers. If you have weapon containers, make sure you put them in your backpack and then put your backpacks, stack them inside of each other. You can also put your magazines inside of your rigs that you have inside of your container or your pistol grips. For the eye case, make sure you put your armor and your helmet inside of that you get from the gift package. Make sure you get your hands on a Lucky Scav junk box as fast as possible so you can store all of your trade up items inside of that. And for money, dox bags. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it helped. Smash that like button, comment what you think, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed yourself. Also, check me out on Twitch. I'm live every single day. Twitch.tv/chillstv. I hope to see you guys there. Thanks again for watching. Until next video, guys, have a good one. Peace.